All right, welcome back, Cyber Traders, and happy Thursday on this lovely February 5th. How's everybody doing? Good morning, everybody. Nabil, good to see you. Andrea, good to see you. By the way, Andrea, the yeast is still alive. I just separated. Just give you a heads up on that. When I saw Andrea up in Toronto, he gave me some of his 50-year-old yeast to make bread. So it's all looking good. But other than that, everyone, welcome back for a new episode or trading. Whatever you want to call it. It's always like a brand new day here when it comes to day trading and stuff like that. A lot of crazy stuff going on. A lot of stocks are getting crushed. Some of them are starting making a big comeback. I did take a little bit of a big hit on my swing trades, but let me tell you something. If I didn't get out of them, they would have been a lot worse. So we did the phase 3 yesterday. And one of the big things we kind of showed you is, remember, it's not about making money. It's about controlling losses. That's everyone's biggest problem. So we had some really big runners on certain stocks. And then obviously would take a little bit of hits. I want to bring up silver really. Well, by the way, HIMS, you can see it up here on the screen really quick. HIMS is having a really, probably only thing that's up today, up 15%. They came out with some news that they basically came out with a pill with their diet Wegovy drug. They're basically competing, and for a fraction of the price, I think it's like $50 or something like that. And when news came out, the thing just literally took off. Him's been doing great, and from the opposite, Nuvo is taking a hit. You can see Nuvo basically, what a big run up on Nuvo. Nuvo, this is their holy grail. This is their Moderna's COVID, drug that made so much money, but it had a good run at 62. It's down to 44. It looks like it's breaking support levels. Not really looking too good right there, but it's at that. You can see it just kind of bounce at the support. So we're going to keep an eye on these two stocks that are on the watch list. Let me just write these down. So we got Nuvo, NVO, and we have HIMS. And the funny part is we were looking at HIMS yesterday, and we were hawking it yesterday. We had a good move yesterday, and it kind of backed off. But, yeah, that stock is moving up pretty nicely. Now, I'm just going to let you know, I chased it. I own it right now. I didn't buy a big lot. I only own 300 shares at $27.30. I kind of bought it, like, right here. And because the news came out, if you see right here, we had, like, a little Fausto flag, and you can see the stock really took off. But I want to kind of show you guys what it's like to be in that position. So we do a lot of pre-market for some of you watching, on social media, or you're new here to CyberTrading University, kind of worked out. So I'm going to keep a close eye on it. But regarding about yesterday, what we had going on yesterday, there was a bunch of stocks out there. I don't think it was that great of a day, but we did have things that did make some moves. First of all, SMCI had a nice little move, but you could see, had a good pop, but and then it came back down. That one, Chipotle, I bought back in the swing trade on Chipotle. That's probably the only thing that's really kind of making up for some of my losses right now. Silver is taking a very big hit. Okay. I own silver. I bought it back at 70. What did I buy it back at? 70, 78, I think I own it at. So I'm taking a little bit of a hit. I didn't buy a lot of it. Okay. I bought a very small share of it, but the thing is starting to come down. I might consider averaging down. It's at big support levels here at 66, but if it holds here, 66 to 63 is a big support level. So it did try to come back up, and it came back down. Oh, I'm sorry. I own it here. What I'm saying, right? I own it here on the second day, 75. So I thought it was looking pretty good, but now I'm down to 68. So you know what? I'm not freaking out. There's a time when to get in. It was a time to get out. I was trying to see if I can, because that big crash, that was it. But everyone that was here, did you guys watch the video I did last week? Let me just bring it up really quick for you. Go to YouTube really quick. And let me just bring up this page. Oh, I hate when this happens. Switch accounts. I hate when this happens. What happened? I have to sign out. All right. You know what? Let me go to Instagram. So if I go to Instagram, let me bring this up really quick. All right, hold on. I'm having issues with my computer. Anyway, you guys, we'll share the link up there, but I'm having some issues with it. But anyway, I did a video on silver. I got out on Monday. That was right around here on this day right here. And then sure enough, you could see it had a big little I'm sorry, it was here. It was this day right here. It went all the way to 106, came back down, went to 110, it came crashing down. So it was actually a pretty good trade right there. But we're going to keep an eye on silver. SLV. All right. So we had that one right there. SLV. What else we had going on right here that moved yesterday? We had Pfizer. That had a pretty good move yesterday. AMDD. That one did pretty well. That was the opposite of AMD because AMD took a really big hit. AMD testing some big support levels here around 200. That one, I thought the BO, this was probably the was more of the easier one to trade, the BOXL. That one did well, but there were a shitload of shorts yesterday. Palantir got hammered, okay? Even though they blew earnings out of the water, this thing just literally went from 162 down 135. I mean, this stock was at 200. Some of you missed a rally. Might be a buy soon. We're going to keep an eye on that too. OKLO, another one. Big fan of OKLO. We did really well with that stock, but sure enough, you can see now it's starting to really come down. We're going to watch. It's at big support levels. I tried to buy that too on a bounce. It finally broke it, and I cut my losses on it. I'm saying screw this. So that was another one right there. There was just a shitload of them. USAR was another one. Thought that was going to make a nice little bounce. Didn't do it. Got out of it. What else we had? A few other ones. ONDS was another one that keeps making new lows, and I can't go through all of them, but there were quite a few good shorts yesterday, like the UEC. So that's what you got going on right now. So today, let me just tell you, it is a pretty big day today because we got earnings that are coming out. So you had Google that came out earnings yesterday, and big slingshot went up. Now it's on its downtrend. So it's right down. It's down about 5%. That came out yesterday. Qualcomm, after hours, looks like they didn't do too well yesterday. Eli Lilly, obviously that probably had good earnings. That was up big yesterday, but it's down a lot. Definitely probably has something to go on with Nuvo. What else we have? We had Snapchat yesterday, had earnings all over the place, but that stock's you could see on the bottom right been getting crushed lately. And this morning we had what else we had this morning? Energizer. I don't think did we ever trade that stock? What is it? ENR? Energizer. Yeah, we never really trade this stock. What's it trading at? $22? Interesting. But we got a big one today. We got Amazon going into the close today. We got Amazon, we got MicroStrategies, and we're going to talk a little bit about that one because that one is obviously reacting a lot to what's happened with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is getting really, really crushed right now. We're down to we just broke under 70,000. All right. So there you have that. And then what else we got going into this afternoon? Pretty much Roblox, RBLX, that one too, taking a very big hit, 150 down to 62. Reddit, that one taking a very big hit, 250 down to 150. I mean, these stocks are really getting crushed lately. MCHP has got earnings today, that one. And what else we got? Any other big ones? Affirm, I think we got that one's also. And then we're pretty much done. All right. So anyway, let's go through the watch list to see what's going on. So we got the Nuvo, right? NVO. So that one we're doing pretty good on it. We got the HIMS. So that one is holding here pretty strong. All right. On the big percentage gainers, just working our way down it. We have this RNAZ. It's kind of flat. Spreads big, 39%. This is the ETF that you could trade on HIMS. HIMZ. So you got that one right there. BNAI has been really fun for us. We made we did really well. But remember, this stock is extremely volatile, this one right here. So be very careful. But it's moving this morning. It's up about $5. unless you're a category 5 trader here at CyberTrading University, you'll know about what that means. We talked about it yesterday. Stay away from it. Just trade something that has got good spreads and it's comfortable. GDTC is moving up pretty good, but it's kind of flat in the pre-market. Nope. This one's moving up pretty nicely every day, but it's kind of volatile. You see how it had those big rallies and it came crashing down? So this one, you got to trade it. You got to get in it, make your money, and get out of it. Don't try to – there's really no trend on that stock right there. All right, so and when we get to close to 10%, we're going to call it quits. Losers, what we got there? Nothing in the losers list. New York Stock Exchange, this one's not bad. AIM, 20 million shares, nice spread, just went from 20 to 180. That one's not bad. Is an ETF. There's the silver opposite of ETF. That's the short. So you could trade that one too. ZSL. The only problem with the ETFs is that level 4 is very difficult to see support and resistance levels. That's the only big thing. There's HIMS. HIMS is holding it pretty strong. MSTR. I mean, that's going to be a real big one today. MSTR is going to be really, really big. Remember, we got earnings announcements today, this afternoon. We'll see how that works out. And I talked about this yesterday. I had a position on this stock. I had the ETF. I am so lucky I got out. I'm so happy I got out. I thought 150, 155 was a big support. Listen, if I held on to it, I mean, this thing went from all the way to 450 down to 120. Remember, fellow traders, this is something you'll be doing for the rest of your life, okay? This is not going to Vegas, make your money, and call it quits. You got to be focused, make your days pay, and that's what it's all about. These things do go down. Netflix is trying to move up this morning. I'm still a fan of Netflix. I'm just watching it and waiting. They get a lot of scrutiny right now, Netflix. I see a lot of shit going on with Netflix. A lot of chatter on it. I mean, we know they're doing that merger. I mean, $80 billion for Warner Brothers. And this is the short on this stock right here. Nothing really there. New York losers, anything there? Any good shorts? Oh my God. Talking about a haircut, huh? Yeah, this one too. Oh my God, this is a hell of a haircut. 400 down to 120 in 2 days. It's getting close to support levels, I could tell you that. We'll put this on the B list. I love stocks that get crushed. You know my story. I love bottom fishing. Wolf is on there. That one's not doing too well. It looks like Goose is also not doing too well. Yep, Canadian Goose. I'm shocked. I mean, with the weather it being freezing, you'd think they'll do great. All right, I think we're done right there. All right, so let's get ready for the market open up. Anything I'm missing I did not call out? Anybody see anything? Michael says Irene's reporting today. I don't know. I mean, it's not on my list, but we'll look into it, Michael. All right, traders. So listen, today at 12 o'clock, if you're watching on social media, we are going to be doing an open house for all of you to come and join. Just there's that QR code. Take your phone, scan it. We're going to be back here at 12 o'clock. We haven't done our weekly open house in about 2 weeks because I've been traveling and I've done some big presentations with some other companies. So if I know some of you have been excited and missed out on it, but don't worry about it. We're going to have it again to 12 o'clock. I'll see you then. And then in the meantime, traders, you see something, say something. If you're new here to cyber trading, you are a trial member, just sit back and watch. All right. But we'll be back here in about 15 minutes. Me, Josh, and Rich will be ready to trade with you in the morning. All right. So don't go anywhere. And like I said, anyone on social media, take your phone, scan that QR code, or go to c2.co/free, and we'll get you registered. We'll see you in a little bit. Go refill your coffees, and let's get ready for the open.